Round 3, the semi-finals. 6 chefs left. The studio lights felt hotter, the cameras closer, everything sharper. Zara stood at her station, hands steady, even though her heart was racing. She'd made it this far, 2 perfect rounds. Judge Kang's words still echoing in her head. You cook like food matters beyond just taste. The host's voice boomed through the studio. Chefs, your semi-final challenge is Heritage Reimagined. Take a dish from your cultural roots and elevate it. Make it worthy of the finest restaurant in Seoul. You have 3 hours. Heritage Reimagined. Zara knew immediately what she had to make. Her mother's Egusi soup, the one her mom used to make every Sunday before she died. Rich, nutty, complex, paired with something Korean, something that would show the judges she understood both worlds completely. She'd pair it with Doenjang, Korean mung bean pancakes. Crispy, delicate, the perfect vessel for the thick, flavorful soup. It was risky. Egusi wasn't pretty. It wasn't refined in the way Korean fine dining demanded. But if she could make it sing, if she could honor her mother while proving she belonged here, she got to work. Grinding the melon seeds by hand, blooming the palm oil, building layers of flavor the way her mother had taught her. Slow, patient, with love. An hour in, she noticed Chef Choi watching her. Choi Min-suk, 42 years old, classically trained, currently working at a 2 Michelin star restaurant in Gangnam. He'd been cold to her from day one, not openly hostile, just dismissive, like she didn't belong in the same competition. He'd been in the bottom 2 last round, barely survived elimination, and Zara had been first, again. She saw the way he looked at her now, not just competitive, something darker. She ignored it, focused on her soup. 2 hours left. The egusi was coming together beautifully. The Doenjang batter rested perfectly. She just needed to fry the pancakes and plate everything. That's when it happened. Chef Choi walked past her station carrying a small bowl, moving quickly, not looking where he was going. He bumped into her, hard. The bowl in his hand tipped. Dark liquid splashed directly into her soup pot. "Oh no," he said, eyes wide with fake concern. "I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there." Zara stared at her soup, at the bitter black liquid now spreading through it. Doenjang, but not regular soy sauce, the cheap, overpowering kind. The kind that would make everything taste like salt and metal. Her entire dish ruined. "Chef Choi, please return to your station," a producer said sharply. Choi bowed, apologetic. "My deepest apologies, Chef Okafor." He didn't mean it. Zara could see it in his eyes. 5 minutes. She had 5 minutes before she needed to start plating. Her hands were shaking now. The soup was destroyed, too bitter, too salty. No way to serve it like this. She could start over, but there wasn't enough time. She'd never finish. "Think, Zara, think." Her grandmother's voice. "When something goes wrong in the pot, you don't throw it away. You fix it. You balance it." Her father's voice. "Korean cooking is about balance, fermentation, transformation." Balance, fermentation. Zara's eyes went to her ingredient shelf. Doenjang, Korean fermented soybean paste, strong, funky, but in the right amount. She grabbed it, added a small spoonful to the soup. The fermentation would cut through the bitterness, mask it, transform it into umami. Then honey, just a touch to balance the salt, a squeeze of lime to brighten everything. She stirred, tasted. Still not perfect, but salvageable. She plated fast, the Doenjang crispy and golden, the egusi soup in a small bowl beside it, garnished with microgreens and a drizzle of palm oil. It wasn't what she'd planned, but it was something. Time up. The judges moved down the line, tasting, commenting. Zara couldn't hear what they were saying to the other chefs. The blood was pounding too loud in her ears. Then they reached her station. Chef Song tasted first. Her expression was unreadable. David Kim next. He nodded slightly. Interesting. Very interesting. Then Judge Kang. He looked at the dish, at her, like he was trying to read something in her face. He took a spoonful of the soup, tasted it with the Doenjang. Zara watched his jaw tighten. He knew. He could taste the flaw, the bitterness underneath, the desperate fix. The studio was silent. Chef Okafor, he said slowly, this dish has complications. Zara's heart sank. The flavor profile is uneven. There's a bitterness that shouldn't be there, a metallic note. She wanted to explain, to tell him what happened, but the rules were clear. No excuses during judging. However, Judge Kang continued, and his eyes locked onto hers. Whoever created this dish also demonstrated remarkable problem solving. The Doenjang integration is masterful. The way you've used fermentation to transform what could have been a complete failure into something salvageable. That shows instinct, real skill. He set down his spoon. This isn't your best work, Chef Okafor, but it might be your most impressive. Zara exhaled. She'd survived. Barely. When the camera stopped rolling, when the other chefs had left, Zara returned to her station to clean up. That's when she saw it. An envelope, plain white, tucked under her cutting board. She opened it. Inside was a photograph. Old, faded. The colors washed out the way pictures from the 80s always looked. Two people standing outside a restaurant in Lagos. She recognized the street, knew that part of the city. A young Nigerian woman, beautiful, smiling, wearing a bright yellow dress. And next to her, a young Korean man, handsome, his arm around her waist. Zara's hand started shaking, because that woman, that was her mother. Younger, before Zara was born, before she came to Korea, before everything. And the man? Zara turned the photo over. Written on the back in faded ink, Lagos, 1994. The debt remains unpaid. She looked closer at the man's face. The bone structure, the eyes, the expression. It was impossible, but it was true. That was Judge Kang's father. Her mother and Judge Kang's father together in Lagos 30 years ago. What debt? Zara stood there holding the photograph as the studio lights dimmed around her, and she realized this competition wasn't just about cooking anymore. Someone knew something. Someone wanted her to know something. And whatever it was, it connected her family to Judge Kang's in ways she'd never imagined. The question was, did he know?